For the 90-90 breathing with shoulder external rotation, you want to set up so that your feet are up on a box or a chair with your knees and hips both bent, as you see here at 90 degrees. All right, so what we want to do here is the goal is to keep everything flat. We want to keep our low back flat to the floor. We just want to really relax into this, and you're going to see when I set up here, what I'm doing is I'm making sure my chin is pointing directly at the ceiling. Okay, I'll go back here so you can see again. Chin points directly up to the ceiling so that the neck is nice and relaxed. You'll see I'm showing I can just kind of get my hand in there, that nice natural curvature of my neck. The goal here is to keep all these neck muscles off, okay? So we want to point that chin up, and if you're having trouble with kind of relaxing your neck, you can roll up a towel and put it under the curvature of your neck to just keep that neck nice and relaxed with that chin pointing up. Next, you're going to see I'm going to line my elbows up directly out to the sides of my body at 90-degree angles. And I have something to bolster here. So it could be pillows. These are just little sandbags. It could be foam rollers. Really anything that you can bolster up those hands and wrists so that they're not flat on the floor. If they go flat on the floor, we're going to put too much of a stretch through the chest and maybe even pop the low back up here off the floor, and that's not what we want to do. So we're just going to elevate those just so that we can get nice and relaxed there with no stretch. Basically, the goal here is to have all the tension throughout our body just off our neck, our shoulders, our chest. Everything is nice and open and relaxed. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to first start, we'll go back to the beginning of the video once I get my setup. I'm going to first start by exhaling all of my air out. So I want to do that over the course of about 5-10 seconds through my mouth. Okay, so I'm just going to blow all of my air out very exaggeratedly. And what that's going to do is it's just going to allow everything through my rib cage to kind of relax and come down. What you're going to see there is I'm going to close my mouth, put my tongue on the roof of my mouth, and just very gently try and inhale now all of my air through my nose. And if we're doing this right, what you're going to end up seeing is we're going to end up seeing some expansion through the chest. So the goal here is to get air up into this quadrant of the chest, into the rib cage, so that that chest really expands. So you'll see at first my air kind of does want to pull down, but you'll start to see that my chest starts to rise and my ribs get some movement. We're looking for those upper ribs to expand. So you see this is my out breath. You can see everything start to fall very subtly. I'm going to try and exhale always for twice as long as I inhale. Okay, so it's very important. However long you can inhale for, the goal would be about 4 or 5 seconds. So we want to exhale about 8-10 seconds. If that's difficult for you in the beginning, it's okay. You'll get better as you go. Just make sure your exhale is as long as your inhale. So you see my exhale, I'm getting all that air, letting everything fall through my mouth. And then I'm going to close my mouth, tongue on the roof of my mouth. You're going to see my big inhale. You'll see my breaths get bigger and more expansive as I do this exercise. So as I start to inhale, there's a good exhale there. You see everything start to fall. You're going to see the rebound inhale here, right? So there we go through the inhale. You just see that subtle movement. And for me, I'm doing this because I actually need more expansion through my upper ribs. And that's what we're going for. You see by the end, I'm getting really good expansion. Everything here stays nice and relaxed. Shoulders stay nice and relaxed here, resting on the pads. And I'm going to do that for 5 breath cycles. All right, that's the 90-90 breathing with shoulder external rotation.